Fam, when we tell you that Ben Johnson means absolute business, we are telling you straight up, Ben Johnson means business. And unfortunately, one of the newest Chicago Bears is beginning to learn that up close and personal. Welcome back to Bears Yard. This your boy Vipe. And yesterday was a momentous day for the Chicago Bears and Bear fans alike because Luther Burton III finally returned to practice after being out months with a soft tissue injury. I think it was a hamstring, but he hadn't practiced since rookie minicamp. But he finally showed up to training camp yesterday. Now, obviously, he was in a slow ramp-up period, meaning that yesterday he did not participate in any team drills, but he did some individual drills, but he was out there on the practice field. Apparently, the Luther Burton ramp-up period is over because he was out there today full go in 11-on-11 team drill. And unfortunately, things went a little bit rocky for one Luther Burton. Apparently, during one of the drills, he lined up incorrectly, and Ben Johnson gave him the stare of death, yelled at him, and then yanked him. That's right, fam. He yanked Luther Burton right out the drill. Now, to be clear, he didn't yank Luther Burton out of complete practice. He still came back and practiced later on. But for that particular drill, Luther Burton got yanked. And unfortunately, that wasn't the only trouble that Luther Burton ran into because apparently later on in practice, he had another issue where he was lined up improperly and he got a penalty called on him. I think it was in a 2-minute drill that he had a penalty called on him for not being lined up properly. He didn't get yanked in, but you know they're going to bring that up to him during the film session, and it's something that he's going to have to get right because we know that Ben Johnson will give anybody and everybody the smoke who isn't running the offense properly. He's already yelled at Caleb Williams, Cole Kmet, and other people out there who have not been getting the job done. Even yanked Caleb Williams and the entire first-team offense off the field because they wouldn't line up properly. So Ben Johnson is a stickler for the most minute details on a football field. And if you are not out there executing to the fullest minute detail, you viewer, you will get yanked. He is not afraid to yank anybody. It doesn't matter if it's a 6-year veteran like Cole Kmet or a rookie like Luther Burton III. If you're not doing what you should be doing out there on that practice field, Ben Johnson is coming for your neck, and I am here for it. All we heard last year from these players was they were not being coached hard enough. They wanted accountability, blah, 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 blah. Well, Ben Johnson heard all that noise too, and him and his coaching staff are making sure that these players are held to a level of accountability that has not been here in a while, and I love it. And the beautiful thing about the way that Ben Johnson is going about this is that these details, now that he's getting them honed in on the practice field, they show up on game day. Listen to anybody that talks about practice, right? Most of the great NFL players and great athletes alike will tell you what you do on the practice field is what you do on game day. So if these players are getting these minute details down and mastered in practice, then once Sunday hit, it should be no problem for them to go out there and execute the game plan to perfection or as close to it as possible because they are tinkering and working on these things during practice. These Bears players are getting what they need because they are being made to pay attention to the entire picture in practice, and Ben Johnson is making sure that they're going to be ready when the games start counting here in a few weeks. But let me know, Bears fans, how do you feel about Ben Johnson's maniacal approach to mastering details for these Chicago Bears players? Are you for it? Do you think it's a little bit overboard? Let me know your opinion. Drop a comment. Subscribe to the Yard for more things Chicago Bears. And if you want more Bears Yard, check out that video right there.